The American President, Barack Obama, and the First Lady, along with Bill and Hillary Clinton, paid tribute to former President John F. Kennedy today. They were joined by members of the Kennedy family at the gravesite of the 35th American president. This Friday marks the 50th anniversary of JFK's assassination. The moment he was shot and killed on November 22, 1963, is seared into the collective memory of the United States, and it's left a burden on the city where it happened, Dallas, Texas. Our Eric Sorensen went back there this week to a city that struggled for decades to emerge from a dark shadow.
Dallas gleams today, a cosmopolitan city, home to big business, big oil money, and one of the world's iconic sports teams. But 50 years ago, Dallas was smaller, whiter, a bastion of anti-liberal anger.
Adlai Stevenson was hit by placards.
In the fall of '63, the president's UN ambassador was attacked in Dallas, and now the president himself was coming. Pamphlets accused him of treason. A full-page ad on November 22nd implied he was a communist sympathizer. Dallas officials were worried.
And the law enforcement agencies in this area are going to do everything within their power to ensure that no untoward accident or incident occurs.
There's Mrs. Kennedy.
Into that Dallas came this president.
And I can see his suntan all the way from here.
John F. Kennedy, a northern liberal, was extremely unpopular with Texas conservatives.
Much of the leadership of the city detested John Kennedy and what he stood for, hated John Kennedy.
Less than an hour after arriving in Dallas, Kennedy's motorcade passed the Texas School Book Depository.
It appears as though something has happened in the motorcade route. Something, I repeat.
Dallas and John F. Kennedy are inextricably linked in American history. What's hard for this city is that for years, Dallas, in some ways, has been blamed for what happened. Blamed for it and embarrassed by it.
I hated that it happened in Texas.
Journalist Dan Rather, a Texan, said Dallas would feel the wrath of an angry nation.
Dallas in many ways brought it on itself.
Jim Lehrer was so shaken he wanted to leave Dallas.
Is the president really dead? Oh my God almighty, did it really happen in Dallas? Oh my God.
The extreme right didn't kill Kennedy. Dallas didn't kill Kennedy, but that didn't matter.
There was this stigma on Dallas, this attitude that it was a city of hate or a city of shame, and that persisted for decades.
For years, many in Dallas so wanted to forget, they planned to tear down the Texas School Book Depository. Instead, the 6th floor was made into a museum. Oswald's perch preserved behind glass. And now, outside the building, city officials plan to unveil a memorial this Friday to honor Kennedy on the site where he was shot. It has taken Dallas 50 years.
Hopefully that will be will put a kind of closure on this, to have this wonderful ceremony that will in fact honor Kennedy and President Kennedy in the appropriate way.
And they're going to come right on down and shake hands with everybody.
The irony is, on that November day, Dallasites were just as swept up as other Americans were by the charismatic first couple.
Boy, this is something.
The crowds that first hour were huge and enthusiastic, but for a lone assassin. It happened here, but it has taken Dallas a long time to be able to say it wasn't our fault. Eric Sorensen, Global News, Dallas.
And Eric will continue his reporting from Dallas tomorrow with a look at all the conspiracy theories and why 60% of Americans don't believe the official account of Kennedy's assassination.